as he progressed to Mambo number 6. I like to think he's on like Mambo 17 or 18, like he's doing really, really well. You know, Hitler was a guy. Oh, I'm messing this up. You know, if he knew that his party symbol would one day decorate porta potties everywhere, I feel like he would have picked something a little harder to draw. Because that's not the kind of thing I'd want decorating around. Alright, forget that one. This isn't going well. I just recently graduated college. Thanks. I just recently graduated college, so all my friends started going off their separate ways. And one of them is actually, he's going to go be a porn star, is what he really wants to do. And so I was sure to give him some advice before he went. I'm like, listen, don't fall in love with the first woman you come across. Ooh, that was bad. I want to get yeah, well, alright. Okay. So some of you guys have already mentioned this, you covered it a bit in your guys' song. But really, nothing is more uncomfortable than someone coming up to you and saying, hey, have you heard the good news about Jesus? I always like to counter and be like, yes, I have. Have you heard the good news about Oscar Mayer Ballpark Franks? They've got twice as much meat as regular Franks and 15% fewer assholes. Unlike this street, where I'm trying to go about my day. That's okay, you don't have to woo, you can just sit there quietly. I like texting, that's one of my favorite things to do. And I got a new smartphone, but my smartphone isn't that smart. A lot of times it makes huge mistakes. Like one time, I was texting my stepbrother Brian, and he's telling me about how bad his day it is, and I'm like, it sucks to be Brian, and my phone's just like, it sucks to be Asian, and I'm like, oh, that's totally uncalled for, phone. That's incredibly racist of you. And then later, like gardeners came to our house, and I was like, hey, the landscapers are here, and it just said Mexicans. Like, that's really not cool. That sort of went alright. But the other thing about like a phone is that when it's in your pocket and it's on vibrate, and like you think you feel it vibrate, so you answer your pants, and then there's nobody there. It's like, what'd you call me, pants? I'm right here. We could just talk to each other. You don't have to go through the intermediary of a phone. I got a haircut recently. They gave me a receipt for the haircut. As if at one point I was going to return my haircut. I feel like I probably should have. Alright. No, this is fun. So something else that bothers me about, oh man, yeah, this isn't gonna go well, so I might as well I'm gonna ride this train to the ground. Something else that always kind of bothered me about the religious movement is the intelligent design thing. I never got that, because if you even take a cursory look at our bodies, you'll be like, who the fuck's idea was this? There's a lot of really stupid things in here. So like, I imagine that the conversation went something like this, with like God, and he's like presenting to his angel stockholders his new models, Adam and Eve. It's like, good evening, gentlemen. I present to you the new human models. They are biped, they're smart, they're capable, they're actually able to worship us. It's gonna be great. I will now take your questions about the models. Yes. Yeah! So is that like fur on its head then? Is that what it is? Yes, that's exactly what that is. It's a big selling point. We call it hair. They can style it, they can cut it, it's great. It's a very attractive thing. Yeah, so they'll have that their whole lives then. Well, for most of them. See, for some of them, there's a glitch in the program where it takes all the hair on their head and it just moves it to their ass. We haven't quite figured out why that happens yet, but it does. Alright, so that's not a big deal, right? Okay, what about the mouth? You know, they're going to be using that a lot. Is there any chance that they'll, like, bite their cheeks or their tongue? No way. I cannot see that happening ever. They'd have to be so dumb to bite the inside of their mouths. Plus, I mean, they're only going to be eating, like, 3 times a day, so, you know, even if they did, it's a very small chance of that. I can't really see them getting, like, too overweight. They're going to be very slim. Alright, so on a female model then, what are those 2 dots in the middle? Oh, the nipples? Yeah, I designed those myself, I'm very proud of those. Yes, they're very good. Can we, like the whole breast area is good. Can we get that bigger by any chance? Yes, we can definitely make that happen for you. Great. Why are they on the men? Yeah, that's the thing. It's just kind of left over from a previous model. Don't worry about it. We're not going to put boobs on it. They're just going to be there. Yeah, you know, we had another question about that sort of stuff too. So that's the genitals right there, right?
Yep.
And it's like 2 inches from the asshole. Yeah, that's correct. So the part they want to keep cleanest is right by the dirtiest part of their body. Yeah, it's kind of an aesthetic choice, really. I don't have a good reason for putting that there. All right. So I mean, the penis is kind of interesting. Yeah. All right. This is something I'm really proud of. All right. So this is how humans will know that I've intelligently designed them. Look how perfectly it fits in the hand. It's like it's made that way, right? They should masturbate all the time. Is what I'm getting. It was what I'm getting at. Me, God. That's what I'm saying to you, the people.
Yes, Lord. Hallelujah.
Tell it. So anyway, do you guys have any other concerns about the body? Yeah. So like the breathing, that's an important thing. Yes, it's very important. They need to do it all the time or they die. Why is it so close to where you put the food? What if the food gets jammed in there? Then they die. What about the water? They die. Like the skin looks really weak. What happens to it? Oh, if it gets punctured, they die. Even a little bit, it'll get infected, and then they'll die. All right. What if like they fall on the ground? I mean, bipeds are pretty unstable. Then they're gonna die. Look, is there anything that won't kill them? Okay, no. Ready for this plan? Ready. All right. Only the really dumb ones and the ones unfit will die. And therefore, it'll just be like a survival of the fittest sort of thing, and we'll just have like the best humans around, right? Wow, that's actually a really good idea. And so everything's going well, and then like several thousand years later, I didn't have an ending for that. I just wanted to make an explosion noise.
We're okay with that.
Oh, I'm glad you are. All right. So changing tracks a little bit. Like, most people of my age are like starting to get married and stuff like that now. A lot of them are starting to have kids. I don't really want kids. I just want to practice right now because kids are really dumb. Like, I worked at a summer camp this summer, and they're just incredibly dumb. Like, 9 out of 10 things they do are dumb, and those are the smart ones. The rest of the time is just entirely dumb things. So, like, it was one time I was taking all the kids and we were at like the fair or something like that, and one of them, they play the games, they win the prizes, and then just a couple minutes later one looks at the dolphin he's won and he's like, where did this come from? I'm like, you mean your prize you won literally 40 minutes ago? Where did you get that? He's like, yeah. Like, you don't remember playing the game and the coins? And he just goes, oh yeah, that happened. Oh God. Or like, they never listen to what you say either. So every day or every other day at camp we'd have like candy bar snacks, and they really loved the candy bar snacks because the rest of the days it was Oreos, and fuck Oreos apparently. And so they'd be like, Forrest, is it candy today? And I was like, listen, there is no way we have candy today. And they never listened to that. They always heard, we have candy today. And then they always get really excited. But then I figured a good way to counteract that is just to curse in it, because then that's all they hear. If I'm like, there's no fucking way we have candy today, they're like, oh, he said fucking, oh, he said the F word, oh my God, I'm gonna tell all my friends. Then I got in trouble. All right. Well, just one more thing I noticed before I finish bombing up here. This is awesome. I always wondered how old technology had to be before the Amish were allowed to use it. Is it like 300 years? So like in 300 years, they're gonna be like, oh man, I am so excited. Windows XP is coming out. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys.